Now, this is something some people do when they get really horny. Like this is like when they study human beings, when the aliens are studying us, they're like, why are they doing that? That's when they get max horny, you know? Like I don't know what's going on there. And I made a joke on Twitter, said I hope it tasted like lettuce wrap because he's trying to get skinny. Okay, I'm gonna lead off with a layup line. I was gonna do "Lazy Day" by Willie Nelson because I'm just gonna be lazy this weekend. I was supposed to go to Bonnaroo.
It's Monday.
Guys are hitting me up. Yeah, I know. Like I've been getting texts like, "Hey, the bus is, XYZ. How you getting down there?" The whole thing. I don't think I'm going. I think I'm gonna I'm too cowardly to put it in the group text. One of my biggest pet peeves is when people don't just tell you no. Mm-hmm. Like I don't want to do it. Like say whoever we were supposed to have on the show today. But like I'm being that guy. I'm afraid to just say it. I've been ignoring texts, so here's the coward's way out. I don't think I'm going to Bonnaroo. Wife's too pregnant. I'm too old. My back is fucking killing me. Yeah. The last couple times I was out in a big crowd, I didn't like it.
What are the dates?
Home. I was going to go Saturday.
Okay.
Lineup is incredible, but I just don't feel like it's the right time.
Yeah. Rip off the Band-Aid and make the call and say no. Is there FOMO? Is that the issue? FOMO?
For me, it's like keeping my options open, because maybe Saturday afternoon I want to drive to, Manchester, Tennessee.
Well, I think that option's always open to you, right?
I guess. And part of it is just like, hey, babe, I'm going to Bonnaroo.
Mm-hmm.
Try not to have your water break.
Right.
And if your water breaks, I'll be there on acid in 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours, probably stop for food.
6 to 12 hours.
6 to 12 hours. Can you imagine being in the middle of Bonnaroo, like, wow, those lights are incredible. And then, boom, my water broke.
I've had 2 kids. I don't remember the water breaking experience.
This didn't happen to you.
Is this clear to you?
Yeah, it is.
Like I think they might have gone in there and broke the water.
Oh, like manual break of the water.
It wasn't like, oh.
Did they do that, Matt?
I believe so, yeah.
You can manually break the water?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a controlled flood.
We're 0 for 2 on walking around and then just water starts breaking.
No, I remember the first time her water broke. And yeah, there was water. We had to go.
Damn, Akima.
I don't think everybody knows who Akima is.
Google
I didn't
it.
know who Akima was when I walked in here today.
Google it.
We're talking about Zion Williamson. We'll talk about him more later. But I don't think I'm going to go. And actually what I'm going to do instead, this is my Bonnaroo, is we're going to do a layup line roulette.
Oh,
Ooh,
sick.
My favorite.
This past weekend was my 15-year college reunion. I didn't say no until like I knew bars were closing. It's like, hey, you coming out? And I'm sitting on my couch. I'm like,
Okay, this explains a lot. And we're going to get to Omaha in a second because Virginia's, they just beat Duke this weekend. We were both there. We're going to talk about
MBD.
College baseball, the college baseball experience, which is a great one.
It's unbelievable.
But we were all at the game, me, Bad Back Backy, Tom, his brother Chris. We were up high. We could see where everybody was. We spotted where you were. We saw some of our other friends. After the game, there's a huge let out, and you got to cross like a bridge to go to where everybody parks and the whole thing. And we're walking, and we look up the hill, and we see Macon. And Macon's walking with 2 guys that are also wearing khakis. And we're like, let's fuck with Macon. And I went to like record him, and I was like, you know what? This is the type of shit that he hates about me. I'm not going to do that. So we'll just like adults, we're going to call Macon, and we're going to meet up with him in the bank parking lot and meet his friends and that sort of thing. And Kevin pulls out the phone. He dials his friend Macon. We look at Macon. Macon looks down at the phone, swipes to the whichever side is like, not right now, bro. and keeps walking. And you can tell by his smile he remembers the exact moment when that happened.
But I also knew what you all were doing. Like, I knew you were at the game. I had been texting with you all at the
Maybe
game.
he wanted
Like,
to see you.
I knew you guys were behind
This
me.
is a saving Silverman situation. You have replacement friends.
Kevin does have a bit of a rivalry with this newer friend.
You know, that's what he said.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Oh, I don't. Hey, listen.
Is it business?
One likes to sit in the luxury box, and the other likes to sit among the people. And I chose the guy who
the
likes
guy
to
in
sit among
khakis
the
likes
people.
to sit around among the people.
Get a little sunshine for 3 days. But I knew you were right there.
I know.
And I wasn't just talking.
But is that a code break?
Well, listen, no, and I'll tell you why. The third gentleman in khakis is not in the friend group. He's actually a neighbor.
Okay.
A former neighbor of yours.
So you were protecting. Oh yeah, yeah.
It was like a real
Shout out to
conversation.
Frank. Frank's the man.
It was a real conversation with Frank. It wasn't
Yeah.
like, hey, let me stop.
Got it.
Fuck around with those guys
God,
for
we
a
just
few
didn't
minutes.
get the call 5 minutes later.
No,
like,
you
hey,
didn't.
man, sorry, we were talking shop.
I don't think that's a code break. If had Macon been by himself, walking alone, yes, code break.
I am petrified
Side-
of when I'm in a public place and my phone starts vibrating. I don't even look at it because that person could be at the restaurant right to the
right behind you.
You know, the person could be 2 tables over. Didn't see the call. You know, so I'm with you. But if it was you, I'd probably pick it up.
Thanks.
Call from one of your actual friends.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, shuffle.
And I'll take this time to shout out Jason Isbell's new album, which I meant when I saw you earlier, Macon, you would really enjoy it.
Okay.
Weather Vanes out at last Friday.
Weather Vane's nice. I look forward to this.
Sounds like it's more like Jason Ain't Bell for you.
No, it is, Bell.
Okay.
He's going to be in Killers of the Flower Moon.
Is he really?
Mm-hmm.
You or me?
Why don't you go first?
My phone keeps going dark as if it's on low battery mode, and yet it's not on low battery mode, which is interesting.
You haven't gotten the new phone yet? My dad said he dropped his phone in the water the other day for like a minute.
Yeah.
Totally fine. The new phone shoots water out of itself.
Oh, like the watches.
Yeah. John Prine.
Angel from Montgomery.
Okay, it's going to be hard to beat. That's the 1 seed.
Live,
Bonnie
too.
Raitt with John
Yeah.
Prine. Yeah. Okay.
Unless we go Susan. Susan probably beats John.
Winnebago by Kenny Chesney.
Frisky 8 seed.
Ooh. How's it going to be? Third Eye Blind.
Personal favorite.
That's like a mid-major that could make a run.
Oral Roberts.
Yeah. Okay, you don't have to play it that long.
Everybody was enjoying it. Oh. You didn't get it, but you were close. A bug flew in and around Chris's face.
Yeah.
What does that band name even mean? Third Eye Blind.
Yeah, sure. So you know how you have 2 eyes?
Yep.
Perhaps you have a third eye, but you're blind in it, you know?
Yeah, third eye's like all these hippies, you know, they got a third eye. They got a sixth sense.
Extrasensory
It's like a
perception.
sixth sense.
It's like you're not Haley Joel Osment.
Dead the whole time.
Spoiler.
He's going to come up again in the show. So is Kenny Chesney
Ooh, he
Yeah.
prefers Chesney.
in the Eskimo Brothers section of the pod.
Oh,
Inspired by
Renee.
Bill Murray and
Renee.
yeah, well, Renee, but not Haley and Kenny, but those two.
Got you. Yeah.
Okay, so you got one more song, or is it 3?
It's 3.
Okay, here I go.
Good luck.
Charleston Girl.
Oh, that's a great final.
Charleston Girl. That's like a fucking
may-
strong 3 seed.
I
that
may
could-
nominate Winnebago, though, so careful.
Cristo Redentor by Canned Heat.
Okay. I like Canned Heat. I don't know that song.
Well, it's going to take too long. There's a lot of sax. Blue Ridge Mountain Sky by the Marshall Tucker Band. Okay. Oh, fuck. He's going to win. You got to go first.
I'll nominate Angel from Montgomery by John Prine and Bonnie Raitt.
I'll go Charleston Girl by Tyler Childers.
It's Angel from Montgomery.
gotta go
You can't pick anything else.
Good song.
Yep.
Good song.
Well, you could pick Tyler Childers and Charleston Girl, you know?
Good to win one.
Yeah.
No, not really my lane.
Should we give out some of these awards before we get into Omaha?
Yes.
Real quick. All right, so I have a Bevel Conway watch. Okay, this is given to the most beautiful scene in sports, and we all love the creamsicles. We all love Tampa's uniforms of yesteryear when they really sucked. Now they just kind of suck. They'll like win, and you'll be like, did they win? But back in the day, they lost, and you knew it all the time.
Yep.
And they wore these gorgeous creamsicle uniforms, and they're back this year when they play the Detroit Lions. And all I'm saying is, and I'm not trying to look a gift horse in the mouth here, but the Lions should be in their Barry Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know, the new stuff it's fine, but I'm getting chills thinking about this exact color combo in Madden in the 90s.
Yeah, when I think about these in modern day, I think about Josh Freeman because 2011 they did. Don't you have a Josh Freeman story?
Josh Freeman. Yeah, well, I sacked him, I think, a couple times.
Because look, in 2011,
Short story.
in 2011, but excellently told, you know,
Yeah.
by you.
Thank you.
They wore them and they looked fabulous. How else are you going to look? I don't think the current Lions are good at all, and I do think that they will take away a little bit from this.
Yeah, they will.
If only we could have had the creamsicles with the Kelly Greens. I don't mean to step on your Kelly Greens.
No question.
Well, that's September 25th.
They could have done
Who
it.
are they playing?
So the Eagles at Buccaneers.
Ah.
So it's
they
possible.
could have done it.
Maybe they'll surprise
could.
us.
Still could. Year is full of surprises, man. We could get a good surprise.
I don't know. With the no fun league, it's probably like, no, you can't wear road throwbacks. You
And
can
what
only
the
wear
fuck
home
was that? A Bella
throwbacks.
Danger?
Save it.
Wow.
Something just flashed up on the big screen there. Jokic and somebody in the background.
It'll come back.
Okay. All right. So, anyways,
Who's the first player you think of when you think of the creamsicle?
fuck, dude, I gotta think hard. Probably Leroy Selman.
Steve Spurrier.
Yeah.
That's funny because I don't think of Steve at all.
It was Spurrier for me, too. I think he was their first draft pick.
Interesting. Okay, I got a feel-good story here. Ish Smith deserves a St. Louis Memorial Award. We're probably jinxing him. The game has not tipped yet. They're up 3-1. Tonight, he could be an NBA champion. He's waited 14 years for this. The dude has been on 13 teams.
One of my all-time favorite players, by the way. Love
Really?
the way he plays. Yeah.
You just liked him at Wake
Strange.
Forest? Or
Loved him at Wake Forest. Loved him throughout his NBA career. He always puts up numbers in limited minutes until this year where he doesn't play much.
well-liked.
Yeah.
He was good in New Orleans. Was that?
Ish.
Yeah. He had a little run. Yeah, I know. I get the joke. But yeah, no, he could get a ring. The guy is a religion major.
Oh.
So we like that.
Mm-hmm.
He prays during the national anthem. And that's a lot of praying during the national anthem. That's 13 times 82 plus playoffs. Please, Lord, give me a ring.
Yeah, he's looking out.
And finally,
You a hand over the heart guy?
no.
Me neither.
Yeah. I'm a hand on the breastplate guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because a lot of people don't even know where the heart is.
It's right. It's right there in the middle.
Little to the side.
Oh, it's a little to the side.
It's a little to the side, but it's not over here like people do it. People are in their armpits.
I'm going to
It's
show
kinda in
you where the
middle.
heart is. Okay.
Okay.
Home.
Oh, I would go more to the middle there, player.
Nah, player. Pull up a heart.
Oh, he zooms in on the one that's slightly off. Can we zoom out a little bit? That's pretty fucking in the middle, huh, dog?
No, the right side of the heart is in the middle.
Russ, what screen are you looking at?
The
Look, it's in line with the genitalia.
is it more to the left or more to the right?
Yeah, for sure. It's
Now, some of the heart crosses over the middle, but the predominant heart region is to the left.
yeah, I was just growing up, I thought it was like your left.
No,
Heck.
no, you're just like
Yeah.
hand on nipple.
Yeah.
You know?
gotta slide it way over.
Yeah. Well,
I
anyways,
avoid it all by putting my hands behind my back.
Ish Smith and DeAndre
Yeah.
Jordan
I was going to say one of the other most liked
and Jeff
players.
Green.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But Jeff Green's still contributing.
Yeah, he is. But he's always been Jeff Green. You know what I
He
mean?
can
Like
still catch a body at age 36.
he
Like,
can.
dunks on dudes.
But I feel like NBA fans' concept of Jeff Green is like very neutral. If anything, just kind of irritated with him a little bit.
Teams keep signing him. He's doing
Yeah, I
something
know.
great.
Okay, well, Jeff might get a ring too. So St. Louis Memorial Award. Hey, do you wanna tell your Omaha story?
Yeah, more of a
That's
Charlottesville.
a great way to start a story.
I really do love this college baseball tournament. 64 teams, 16, 4-team regionals. Then you get the supers, best 2 out of 3 between 2 teams. And it was Virginia and Duke for the right to go to Omaha. And I spent the weekend, Chris, inside the asses of several Duke Blue Devils.
Yeah.
All right. Take 2. I spent the weekend riding the asses of several Duke Blue Devils. And one of them is the villain of this story. His name's Alex Mooney, war number 1, played shortstop. Cat looks like MacGruber, kind of looks like Joe Dirt, but swag-tastic. He did a hop, skip, and a jump and lunge toward the mound when he would take the field.
Yeah.
Like he would get to the plate, but he would then like lunge toward the mound like I'm coming to attack you sort of deal. He got on base. He kicked dirt behind him like a bull. He would just kick dirt behind him like a bull. He would run out there. He would be dancing, gallivanting around between second and third. Anyway, easy guy to root against, right? So ride him in game 1. Virginia leads after 7. They give up the lead. Duke wins 5-4. Disheartening. Alex Mooney, he has the upper hand. Who's dominate game 2? Now Mooney gets hit in a lower extremity, gets on base, and then as there's a throwback to first, and Mooney, I guess, tweaks something. Now, I turned into a jackass in this situation.
Yeah, not the first time I've seen you do that at a sports game.
In my humble opinion, I didn't think he was dinged, all right? You know, I was right there. I was on first base, okay? Great weekend.
You had a
in
great
Charlottesville. 85 degrees, sunny, you know, with my new friends.
I take issue with the AQ.
Yeah, a little high.
Yeah.
Friday especially was high. All right, so I thought he was okay. Shit, he has a teammate called Metz who has a torn ACL out there. Big kid. Duke's got a recruiting profile. Big kids.
Yeah, no
tall,
ACL.
wide. Yeah, he's got a torn ACL.
Yeah.
Hasn't had surgery yet.
Yeah.
What a warrior. Now, Mooney tweaks an ankle, all right? I'm going to, you know. All right, so who's when? Duke huddles in the outfield, in right field, and then I say to my buddy, you know, we've been vocal, we've been chirping. I say, hey, I think I'm going to run down there to the front row, say something, say a thing or two. I'd had one pop. I'm not like
leaning on the
here.
fence, blocking people, or
No. Everybody's dispersing, and I just want to go and just have a few words. You know, they can hear you. So Mooney comes out of the dugout, goes out to right field. He's got all this ice on his leg, okay, and then he's trailing everybody, walking back to the dugout after the little huddle breaks up. And I see this. So to all the other Duke Blue Devils walking back into the clubhouse, I'm like, hey, Mooney all right? Y'all seen Mooney? Mooney doing okay? How's Mooney? Looked like he got dinged up. Is Mooney all right? And like a couple of the guys are laughing. A couple of guys are like, what the fuck? A couple of guys are like, you're making fun of a guy who got hurt, sort of thing.
That's the right response.
Right.
Like
So
that makes the most sense.
So has anybody seen Mooney? And then Mooney's limping up. He's 6 feet behind everybody. And then I was like, oh, there he is. There he is. Give him a big cheer, you know, Mooney. So then Mooney flicks me off, all right, which is to be expected. That's fine. Duke AD steps in the middle, and, you know, make sure everything's going to be nice and pleasant for the next few seconds that he's out on the playing field. And so there were a couple other things that were said. There's a kid named Beasley who came in and threw gas. He was yanked after one inning. The next guy, Boucher, comes in, gets lit up. You know, we're talking Beasley, Boucher stuff. There's just a lot of inside baseball, quite literally, being talked about. But so after the Mooney thing, I thought I'm walking out in total just, oh, fuck. I'm 37, damn near 3 kids. Mm-hmm. I just like made fun of a college kid for getting hurt in a baseball game. I am an asshole. And so I text my buddy afterward. I was like, hey, fucking regret that. That wasn't the move. Mm-hmm. And he was like, yeah, I feel the same way. Mm-hmm. And so now I'm like, fuck. I might have just fucked it up for the Who's who are about to play in a winner-take-all game 3.
Bulletin board material.
The next day. And then I get, an hour or two later, I get a DM. And it's from Alex Mooney. And I thought, oh my God. Now I'm damn near 20 years older than this guy, and I felt like the cops had DM'd me. I felt like I had been called into the principal's office with a DM, and I was like, this is either going to be good or bad. And the DM, I showed it to you, he wrote, respect the chirps, fan of the pod, handshake emoji.
Is that wild or what?
And the villain of the story automatically becomes the hero in an instant. This kid's my favorite baseball player.
No, I was going to say the villain of the story becomes you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, absolutely.
No, this guy seems cool.
Michigander.
Yeah.
Stud player.
Yeah.
I like the swag.
Yeah.
Great stash. Mm-hmm. But so now I have a decision to make, Chris. All right, story's not over. I know you thought it might have been. Game 3 still looms the next day. This is night of Game 2, and he's DM'd.
Did you ask him about his injury?
Nah. Well, listen. So I decide to leave him on red. Mm-hmm. Now, this was hard for me to do because I don't like confrontation, try to make peace as quickly as possible. So I leave him on red because in the event he thinks that, like, we're cool and he does like the show, he might think, like, oh, man, he didn't respond,
Get in his head a little bit.
If I had responded right away, he's feeling good overnight, He's feeling confident.
You basically won this series for us.
Exactly. Leave him on red, and then in the morning, that's when I'm like, hey, man, you're a nice guy.
So fuck up the
that
night's
sucks
sleep,
for me. Yeah, fuck up his night's sleep.
Don't take it through the game.
But don't give him motivation.
Yeah.
Butter him up morning up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, I say, like, you're a nice guy, question mark, actually interrobang, which is a question mark followed by an exclamation point. You're a nice guy, interrobang, followed by Michael Scott gif. No, God, please, no. I'm being funny. And then I am sincere saying, hey, man, hope you're healthy. Good luck. Thanks for humoring some old men. We're all having fun out there, sort of shit. But then I'm like, hey, but that Albright, he ain't getting no hits today. Tell him he used all them up yesterday. Albright goes 0 for 4.
Perfectly played.
Albright goes 0 for 4. Alex goes LMAO, will do. Mm-hmm. And my guy Alex has a fine game. The Albright kid does indeed go 0 for 4. Better luck next time to Albright. And the Who's win the game 12-2. It was...
Dude, you really did affect a major college sport.
I want to give some credit to the kids out there on the field, in the orange and blue who played a good game. But we gave it all we had in the stands as well. There's a kid who got picked off at first for Duke, so we were in the ass of the first base coach the rest of the day,
How'd
1,
he take
2,
it?
3, back! Oh, we were in his head.
Yeah.
He kept doing half turns and shit. I want to credit my new friend Kyle, very vocal, had a booming voice. I was the author of a lot of the material, but he had a booming voice and was hitting like 700 with the rest of the section,
I don't have the balls, to be the guy that talks when it's quiet at a sporting event.
Well, and you're also, since you're Chris Long, it might not.
I was at a
go over as
Yankees
well.
game where people don't know me, and I heard a lot of people yelling clever things that they obviously waited for a lull to yell. Mm-hmm. And it's scary. You're stepping out on a ledge.
Absolutely.
So kudos to you. And I want you to give yourself more credit than you are. I think you had a lot to do with the outcome of that game.
Yeah.
And shout out to Alex Mooney.
Alex Mooney, my man.
Our dog.
All ACC freshman last year, probably this year too.
Well, it'd be hard to be an all ACC freshman 2 years in a row.
Right. That's a fine point. Sophomore this year. So I haven't written him back, probably a tough.
Yeah.
Sincerely, that's the worst.
This is going to dovetail nicely into our best sports fan draft later in the pod. And Macon cannot be drafted, but you should be at least. You're big board material.
Thank you.
Why can't you take Macon?
Because I feel like, I'm not going to take Macon.
Take this kid, Kyle, you don't know.
Yeah.
I do know him.
He really left it all out there.
Okay.
Have you ever been kicked out of a game as a fan?
Yeah.
What happened?
St. Anne's Belfield basketball versus Woodbury Forest. Year was probably 2003.
Yeah.
And I made remarks about the opposing team and was tossed out of the gym.
Like physically?
It was Mark O'Donnell, if memory.
You were removed, and I believe you had to send an apology notice to the other school.
Yeah, note. I had to write a note saying
You
I'm
don't
sorry.
behave, huh?
I don't know. I'm like a
You act out,
keyboard cowboy. Is that what they're called?
but not just the keyboard.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm less anonymous
Yeah.
when I'm in there. I'm kind of like the man in the arena, you know.
Yeah,
when you think
are
about
literally
it.
the man in the arena. Well, in the stands.
Mm-hmm. So here I am picturing a potential social breakout discussing my man Alex Mooney. Is it uncouth to post a screenshot of a DM?
No, I don't think so. Unless it's going to paint the other person in a bad light. I think, considering the context, this kid looks really good.
Yeah, he does.
He really does.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how I would have responded as a freshman for the second year in a row. Hey, Baby Gronk's dad. Can we talk about that right now?
Yeah.
Can we talk about Baby Gronk right now? Where are we on Baby Gronk? Because Kyle's feeling real good about what he said a week ago. Just a week ago, Kyle said, I'm fading Baby Gronk. Baby Gronk's not going to be shit. And the last week has been tough for Baby Gronk and Baby Gronk's dad. Because our boy Will Compton, he actually texted me the night before he posted that and was like, I think I got to take Baby Gronk's dad for a walk. And of course, I'm like, let's wind this battery up a little bit. I'm like, yeah, it would be the greatest walk of all time. He's got a walk.
Good.
He's got a walk coming. It was a great walk. But basically, for people who don't know, there's this kid, Baby Gronk. It's a nickname given by his dad or himself.
Yeah, branded by his father.
Yeah, and it's hard to know who's who in this situation. They're basically like they're one unit. They're one organism. Baby Gronk's dad and Baby Gronk. But like, Baby Gronk has received offers, I believe, from college teams, which kind of scares me.
Yeah.
When it comes
10
to
years
Kyle's
old. Yeah.
prognostication. The guy's probably making more money than me right now off the field. He's playing flag football and he's collecting passive income by way of probably like appearances and social media money and I don't know, like probably
YouTube ads.
Yeah. And a lot of people are getting annoyed by the fact that his dad is pulling the puppet strings a little too tight. The guy is DMing like every
He's DM'd us before.
He's DM'd me. I mean, like, it's amazing. Baby Gronk's dad has like, my mom has a Google alert for me.
Mm-hmm.
Baby Gronk's dad has like some sort of device that when somebody even says Baby Gronk, like the dad's in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Like he just, like we said it on the pod and 12 hours later I got a DM from Baby Gronk. What's up, Chris? And it's obviously his dad. And so Will says in the walk that basically you're exploiting the kid. It's going to fuck the kid up. You're chasing clout, the whole thing. I have no problem with the kid profiting off the internet because that's what we're all doing.
Right.
Me, Will, whoever else. We're all making money off of content if we're posting online. Because I think at this age, like, there are people in their early 30s who spend a lot of time on Twitter and Instagram and they love it. And then you get to be a little bit older. Maybe you have kids. Maybe you're staring 40 in the face and you're like, I don't fucking get this anymore. The only reason I'm on Twitter is because of this podcast.
And
I'm doing it for money.
Soliciting business on social media is like totally fine. We do it all the time.
But the difference is we're not using a 10-year-old kid to do it. And, I see where Will's coming from. I mean, it's a little bit fucking weird. And, I do think you got to be concerned about the toll that this is going to take on Baby Gronk, quite literally. If you look at child actors, which is essentially what he is, he's a child actor. I'm wondering how he's going to turn out when he's older. Macaulay Culkin, 5'7". The guy from the Goonies and Indiana Jones, 5'4". Haley Joel Osment, 5'6". These child actors are literally being compressed by the fucking pressure
by
of
their
being
parents' oppression.
Well, no, just by the pressure of being under pressure at 10 years old.
Yeah.
And having to live up to something, man. This guy, Baby Gronk, I'm worried that he's going to get child actoritis. He's going to be 5'7". He's going to be on a full ride at Tennessee. It's going to be 2029. I don't know. When's this kid going to be in college? 2029. I'm going to be watching a game, drunk as fuck on the couch, and Kirk Herbstreit is going to be like, and there's Baby Gronk. Do you remember him from 2023? And he's going to be holding for the kicker.
Yeah, I was going to say he's like the backup long snapper.
With his genetic mutation that turned him into a Haley Joel Osment. So I'm just worried about the amount of pressure that we're putting on this kid. I don't know.
Growth plates get stuck if you get too much shine at this age.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They get a little sticky, you know?
Also, his government name, Madden San Miguel,
Why did we
way
just stick
fucking
with that?
cooler than Baby Gronk.
That's not like Rod Smart and He Hate Me. Like,
Right.
they're
But does that mean his dad had the plan from like before he was born to like name him Madden after John Madden and football?
well, yeah, but then John Madden died, so he was like, we gotta name, we gotta name somebody after. I don't know, Baby Gronk. I'm a little uncomfortable with it. I really am.
Very uncomfortable
Yeah.
with it. And there's people that are still even this week like interviewing him and his dad, giving them this platform. I'm like, you don't have to be complicit in that.
Well, listen,
I get that it'll do numbers.
all us content creators are staring that DM in the face like, we could break the internet a little bit today. There was a part of me that was like, let's call Baby Gronk's dad, just give it to him, and just put
and I'd
him
be
on.
cool with that.
Yeah, I'd more want to be. I'd Piers Morgan him. You know, he'd be like, "Hey, what the fuck? I thought I was coming on here to talk about Madden or Baby Gronk."
And I think that's what happened to him in the big like hit piece in the Athletic, I believe it was. Like he thought he was doing an interview promoting himself
right.
and Baby Gronk, and in reality they were talking about how he
how
was
fucked up it
exploiting
is.
his son. Yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of we all stare that proposition in the face. Somebody's going to take the cheese, and I think it should be Dr. Fax. And I think Dr. Fax should do his very own sit down with Baby Gronk. We'll send Dr. Fax to Baby Gronk's house, wherever that is, and we'll get to sit down, like 60 Minutes style.
We're shorting Baby Gronk while rooting for the kid.
Yeah, no question. And this is actually dovetails nicely again to something that me, Bad Back Backy, and Tom and brother Chris were talking about at the game, which was we were really enjoying baseball, like going to a college baseball game. I mean, it was a great scene, although my head was stuck in like softball, like somebody hit a double in the gap, and I was like, that's an inside the Parker. You know, like me and Tom were like, I don't know, you better go get that ball. And then like, you know, the count was confusing. I'm in softball terms. So
because I went Friday and Saturday, I kept thinking there would be way more errors than there were. Like when there was a pop
I was like,
fly,
they're
I was
fielding
like
the
dropping
ball.
it. They've caught like 3 in a row. He's got to drop it.
they're fielding the ball effortlessly. The throws, the hoses on the
All of them
these
were
guys
on
in the
point.
outfield.
Yeah, there were no errors.
It's not like
it was
us.
ridiculous.
But anyways, I asked the guys because we were, you know, Kev was like, it'd be great if, you know, one of our kids was playing college baseball or something. I said, well, what if you could choose? What if you were like Baby Gronk's dad without the oppressive marketing tactics that are going to shrink Baby Gronk? Where would you want your kid to play college sports? What school, what sport? Consider the lifestyle. Consider the going to the games. Consider the enjoying the games. Consider how safe it is. What sport, what region, maybe what school would you want your kid playing? So I'll tell you what I came up with. What you guys think?
That's a
about
tough, yeah.
It's a tough one. Okay, Waylon is really into basketball lately. He's doing 100 dribbles on his left hand every day.
Nice.
Yeah, and I think he's going to be a college basketball player. Okay, and I think baseball scares me because the weather's fucking great. I mean, I'm going to love to be at my son's game, but that's going to really fuck up river time.
Time on river ratio would be completely
TOR would
messed
be
up.
all out of whack if we're looking at the sabermetrics of
Nice
it.
and cold out when basketball's
It's
happening.
cold out. Like, what the fuck am I doing anyways? I could get a house down in Charleston, live down in Charleston in the winter, and commute to Columbia to watch Waylon play SEC basketball because I need something close, but not so close that he's in my backyard. Like I was to my parents.
So you see him as more of like a physical, brute type player. That's like more that SEC brand.
A
Like
lot.
those big,
Yeah,
strong
I think
guards.
he's gonna be. I think he's like a what's his name? Gerald
Wallace.
Wallace.
Yeah.
Okay, you always compare yourself to Gerald Wallace.
That's the joke.
Game doesn't compare whatsoever. A lot of scrutiny in Power 5 college basketball, and he's going to hear it.
No
you're going to be his
question.
dad, and you're going to be there apparently
No
at
question.
the games.
But what do you mean? You think he's going to be taking like?
Well, like he could play golf.
Yeah, that's true. He could play golf at South Carolina, but when are they playing golf?
Also, a lot of golf to watch.
Spring weekends because they do like 3-4 day
I
tournaments.
can do that. I can do a spring weekend.
I want to talk it through.
I don't want them in the ACC.
The river's not busy on the weekday.
That's exactly.
River time
right.
weekday.
That's exactly right.
Why can't he be like a bruising power forward for the College of Charleston Cougars? You know, take it down
That'd be
a
good.
notch.
That'd be good.
Take it down
That'd be
just one
good.
notch.
I feel like there's a lot of cocaine down there. A lot of cocaine in Columbia too. But
Vouch.
you know, it's just yeah. He knows where to find it. It's like a drug dog. He's got a heat map in his fucking house of where all the cocaine is.
I would also choose basketball, and I would choose Ivy League basketball, something like Yale or Princeton.
Okay. So you got no problem going up there to fucking New Haven and
No, I love Ivy League basketball.
cold.
I'd go basketball, but Rocky Mountain basketball. Any Rocky Mountain, because what? They play 2 games a week.
Yeah.
I go out there for a homestand and I get to ski.
Also, that's far enough too that you're not expected to be at every game.
Yeah.
Right.
My answer is Matt's answer. That's the right answer. I'll have the kid go play. Hey, where's Columbia?
New York City.
It's in the city,
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
and then I can hang out in New York.
Yeah, it's beautiful right
The
there.
other one's Harvard, Boston,
Strong picks.
Penn. Penn is in Philly. Is that right?
Yeah.
I'll have the kid playing hoops in
Ivy League hoops.
in the Ivy League. Now, however, are we being sexist? Because I have a daughter, you're about to have a daughter, and my 2-year-old daughter, I hate to
Well, we're not. I didn't phrase it future children.
I hate to show you up. She's dribbling. Like, she likes to dribble. She's dribbling basketballs.
Okay.
Greenlight me this weekend. I brought a basketball to the playground.
Yeah,
nice.
These 4 little snot-nosed kids ran up on me and like, hey, can we play with that basketball?
Yeah.
And I was like,
Should have seen me school the French kid down at the beach.
will you give it back? And they were like, yeah. Then they took it like the whole time. I had like 30 seconds to play hoops because we had to leave the
That
playground.
would never happen to Rosillo.
So it sucks. True. True. Oh, so the girl, I say, hey, you're my sweet little girl. And she says, Dada, you're my sweet little girl. It's a funny little thing.
Very
we have.
intuitive.
That's a funny little
Going
thing we have. Okay. Makes sense. I just coughed. I want to red light something.
Okay.
Forest fires. We know they're not good, but we didn't know how much they can affect all of us, right? You know, us people out east, you go out west. I go out west to Montana every summer. We've had to evacuate our house because of forest fires, and they're happening more lately and everything. Rosillo was out there at the time. It's a problem. And, you know, what happened in Canada, we all felt it down here. So I'm sitting here in Virginia and the AQ is skyrocketing.
200.
Yeah, I get a fucking upper resi, and I'm coughing like a motherfucker. I'm having coughing spells. I wake up, I go to the bathroom, get back in bed, and lo and behold, I can't move all of a sudden. I'm like a turtle. Yeah,
Wow.
I can't get up off my back, can't roll over, nothing. I'm like, here we go. Fucking coughing spell turned my sacrum sideways. That's what Dr. Tickle told me, my chiropractor.
Oh,
Okay, so do you know where your sacrum is?
I do.
Yeah, when that shit turns sideways, your hip starts attacking you, and you can't move. I felt like Professor X. I
You
felt
can't like switch it back.
no, it doesn't work that way. It's not like an ignition in a car. You can try to realign it, but then your muscles are still guarding. And
Gotcha.
when you talk about like debilitating back pain, like I don't think people realize how bad it can be unless you know. If you know, you know. And
Does
so
Dr. Tickle make house calls? How did you get to Dr. Tickle?
that was the hardest part. When I tell you it was hard to get in my car, like I had to almost get in the right side of the car, like on my belly, like a snake. You know, I look like Leonardo DiCaprio in Wolf of Wall Street, where he's crawling to the door. But I'm not on Quaaludes. I'm looking
Forest fires.
I'm looking into my future as an old man. Like, this is what I'm gonna feel like. So it sucks.
You know who was harsh on
Nice
things? The Canadian Mounties at the golf tournament yesterday. They were harsh on Adam Hadwin.
Oh my
He just
God.
wanted to hang out with his friend and party a little bit, and they solid form tackled his ass.
So here's the thing about Adam and most pro golfers. I think Adam's one of the, and this is a beautiful tackle. It looks like a movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most real life sports scene that looked like a movie, like it's
Look
a
at all those
comedy or something.
extras.
And the champagne's
Flying.
just flying.
That champagne bottle's going to the Canadian Hall of Fame.
Now the security guard it's Moet too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So yeah, right. Security guard could have got the ball. You know, as a defensive lineman, I mean, try to get the ball. John Abraham told me sometimes I don't even try to wrap him up. I just go for the ball. But here's the thing about Adam Hadwin, okay?
Golfer wins the golf tournament, RBC Canadian Open, hugs his caddy, and his pal spraying champagne on him.
Now, does this guy, he's a pro golfer because I looked up what he makes a year. He made 2.5 mil a year. So he's legit. And I think he's part of, you know, golf to me is interesting because it's a great lifestyle. Like we were asking what sport you want your kids to play and maybe go pro in or something like that. Golf, because there's the 90%er golfer, and you could probably tell me a better percentage that like nobody knows what you look like. You kind of live in relative anonymity. You're going to run into some bros that love you, but for the most part, you're not like a basketball player or football player. So you have that going for you. And there's a really interesting thing about being this kind of golfer, a 90%er. Golf is the only sport that the people on the field look exactly like the people in the stands.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot tell in this moment, first off, he's a 90%er, but you can't tell who he is. He could be a fan. He's dressed like them all. He looks like them all. It's the only sport where that thin little rope separates a bunch of people that if you flooded a ballroom with them, I wouldn't know who's who.
You couldn't.
And so that's why he got tackled.
And for that same reason, like you can make a lot of money on the tour, but if you start not playing so great, you can win money as a gambling hustler. Nobody knows who you are. You're amazing at golf. People bet on golf all the time.
It's the best sport to play the rest of your life, obviously.
Oh,
you
and
know, because you can broker
think
business deals with it. You can make money doing it if you played.
I think they're mid six figures out there for teaching pros all day long.
Right.
Yeah.
It's cushy.
His wife did tweet out that in true Canadian fashion, Adam apologized to the security guard.
This guy seems great, dude. It's great. He's living a great life, dude. I'm sure he feels like shit.
It was an incredible tournament, too, coming into the U.S. Open, which we have this week, because the guy, Nick Taylor, had a 72-foot walk-off putt, the first Canadian to win the Canadian Open in almost 50 years.
Our guy Hadwin didn't win?
No, Hadwin was jumping to his friend,
No, dude,
Nick Taylor.
Hadwin was the guy with the bottle of Moet.
Hadwin and Taylor are both Canadians, and they're buddies, and Taylor
got y'all.
And it was a moment of ecstasy because the Canadian won the Canadian Open, and they're you know,
Speaking
mates.
of explaining something to me, can you guys explain the Zion situation? The only exposure I have was the one tweet from the gal that said Zion, who's having a baby this week, was a week prior in Houston, maybe, with this gal, what's her name?
Mariah Mills.
Spitting in her mouth.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Okay? Now, this is something some people do when they get really horny. Like, this is like when they study human beings, when the aliens are studying us, they're like, why are they doing that? That's when they get max horny, you know? Like, I don't know what's going on there. And I made a joke on Twitter, said I hope it tasted like lettuce wrap because, you know, he's trying to get skinny.
It was one of your best.
Thank you. It was a good joke, but that's the extent of the situation that I understand is that Zion, he's out sowing his wild oats and he's doing sex and he's spitting some gal's mouth.
He's really the Kingston of the New Orleans Pelicans.
Fuck off.
It's a variable fuck fest. Hey, did you ever think some people never change? Some people are still walking around masked and stuff. Mm-hmm. Some people are getting lettuce wrap to the throat. You know, like the germ aversions. The germ aversion spectrum is crazy in this country.
Yeah. That's amazing.
That act feels a little degrading.
I think that might be the point. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so too.
But so
Mariah noted it.
Yeah, Mariah is basically the side piece, and she has now been very publicly talking about how Zion misled her and is like trying to do this with two girls. How does he think that she wouldn't find out.
What if he had a sinus infection?
She says
can you spread a sinus infection?
Probably. She says that her condo better be ready in 2 weeks, but she's also gotten a lot of notoriety for herself. She's a noted adult film actress. Last month, she was ranked 173rd in the world on Pornhub. This week, she is ranked 7th.
So she needs to chill with the you. Oh, I let you spit in my mouth. That's like getting somebody putting their arm around her.
Yeah, she's come a long way since her quote unquote ghetto bangs videos.
Is that a real series she was in?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I like how you quote unquoted that. Fire in the hole.
Quite a come up.
No, but why? Like Zion at this point, what are we doing, dude?
Having sex, dude.
He's very horny, it appears.
Okay, but horniness, I didn't see horniness. Horniness is a net positive here. Okay? A body in motion stays in motion. Okay? He's exercising.
But what Mariah alleged was that the mother of Zion's to-be-born child
Baby mama.
is bad for him, toxic for him, because Akima doesn't
let him do that.
Doesn't care that he's out of shape. Mariah wanted him to be in shape, was motivating him to be, I think, the next LeBron, I believe was the terminology
They're
she
playing
used.
naked twister. Mm-hmm. They're doing fucking hot yoga.
Bedgammon.
Mm-hmm. Bedgammon.
Somebody tell this dude what an NDA is, please.
I mean, somebody tell this dude what a common cold is. For fuck's sake.
I met a guy.
That's a tough segue.
He was asked to sign an NDA. He said, "I don't sign NDAs." One of the most badass things I've ever heard. I hope to be able to say it one day.
So we had a story.
It's a bit of a story.
But it came around. Bill Murray has a new girlfriend, and the question we want to know is what
flavor milkshake does he like? Is it?
We might have found that out.
Yeah. Do you
but
know
his
who
girlfriend
Khalees
is Kellis of the Milkshake Song.
Kellis.
But what are the wildest Eskimo brother combos that we could come up with? Which I'm sure there are dozens and probably hundreds that we don't know of.
And before we delve too deep into this, shout out to the show The League, which made this term famous. An Eskimo brother is a shared sexual partner.
Really?
That's a new term?
Yeah. A lot of people called it kissing cousins. And
Wait, so when did The League come out?
Like 2013.
It was before then.
I feel like
still not that much longer.
Look up Origin of Eskimo.
I don't know. I'm sure you're right, because this means you've looked it up.
I think people were saying it before, but that like really popularized it.
Okay, so they were like the Thomas Edison of. By the way, I want to apologize. I don't think Thomas Edison killed an elephant.
Oh, really?
No, I don't think so. It's all over the internet though, and I want to blame AI. Okay, it's just going to be harder and harder. I want to pivot.
That's Edison's fault too. He started this whole process that led to that.
So it kind of is his fault that I totally slandered him on a podcast. He's rolling over in his grave with his ceramic filament in there. It's not even tungsten. Okay, Thomas Edison. I want to apologize to him, and now I want to pivot and warn everybody that this is what happens when there's misinformation.
Yeah. Thomas Edison and Charlie Chaplin were actually Eskimo brothers.
Really?
No, it's more misinformation.
Oh, that's good. Okay, Jim Carrey and George Lucas.
No way.
Yes, dude.
What's the connecting
By
bond?
way of Lisa Ronstadt.
Linda
Wow.
Ronstadt.
Linda?
Linda
Yeah, I had it
Ronstadt.
right the right time the first time. Okay, 1983, Jim Carrey gets with an older woman, and boom.
Jim Carrey, 83. What was he, 18?
I don't know. She robbed the cradle. George Clooney and Jamie Foxx, by way of Stacy Keibler. Okay. Kenny Chesney and Jack White.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Renee Zellweger.
Miss Zellweger, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Former
And
Mrs. Chesney.
you could do Madonna and Tupac. Madonna's coaching tree is like a fucking bonsai, dude. It's just, there's so many branches of that
How about
tree.
Kim K? She's
Kim
all
K-
over the place too.
Well,
NBA.
she's kind of staying in the same division.
Yeah, same lane.
You know, the interesting thing about, a Madonna and Tupac is Madonna is also fucking like some, old white guy too.
Tupac and Sean Penn.
Tupac and Sean Penn. This is what I mean. Like Madonna
go.
is the connective tissue. So many.
Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez.
Eskimo sisters.
Macaulay Culkin and Scottie Pippen. Madonna.
Oh my God.
That's a good one.
Scottie Pippen and
Marcus Jordan.
I mean, which is just the all-time weirdest.
Vanilla Ice and Warren Beatty. Madonna.
Wow.
Warren Beatty and Jack Nicholson. Janice Dickinson, the first supermodel.
Dennis Rodman and Simon Cowell. Carmen Electra.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Carmelo and KG, allegedly.
Oh, wow.
Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox.
Tom Cruise and
Adam
Cher.
Duritz.
Hooked
Counting
up.
Crows frontman.
Chandler and Ross with Janice.
Good.
Tom Cruise and Cher. They got with, Cher just got with Greg Allman. So Tom Cruise and Greg Allman's a weird one, huh?
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, isn't it?
Tom Cruise hooked up with Cher.
Yeah.
I completely missed that.
Yeah, dude. He had like a stepping stool.
How about Tiger Woods and Alex Rodriguez?
I mean, that
makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Spencer Haywood and David Bowie with Amon. And
With who?
With Bowie's
Amon?
wife.
Yeah.
Shumpert?
David Bowie's wife. No.
got it.
Different Amon. Gene Simmons and John Voight.
Well,
Diana Ross.
Contemporaries.
She's got a type.
Hank Baskett and Hugh Hefner.
J Mac and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, I know those ones.
There you go.
There's The Weeknd and Billy Bob Thornton. Angelina
Really?
Jolie.
Yeah, that's weird.
On an interview on Bravo, Andy Cohen said he and Anderson Cooper are Eskimo brothers.
Wow.
Again, not a giant leap there.
Okay. But yeah, anyways.
Shaq and Richard Gere.
Gere?
I remembered that as soon as I said it.
Old Dick Gere. His face as soon as he said it. Yeah, he was good in that movie with Julia Roberts. Okay. So yeah, Bill Murray and Khalees, yeah. Do what you please. You know?
Richard Gere is Eskimo brothers with that one dude in the movie Unfaithful, where his wife is screwing the other guy.
Who's in Unfaithful?
Oh, Diane
Lane and Olivia. I think his name is Olivier Martinez. Little movie.
Movie
brother.
trivia.
Joe DiMaggio and JFK. Don't forget that one.
Oh.
Mark
Jamie
Anthony?
Lannister and his dad.
Want to draft?
Let's draft.
All right, we are drafting best / like most notable fans that you enjoy seeing at the game, usually associated with a person or team.
Yes.
And
Or a moment.
Or a moment. It's very, very open.
It's an all-time fan draft.
I'd like to go as many rounds as you guys are comfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah, so see what happened was I was under the impression that this was like
I'm glad you're saying this.
I was filling like a player box. Like say I'm playing the finals of Wimbledon and I got a player box and I like bring a bunch of famous people to watch me play, you know? So
I'm sorry you misunderstood the draft.
So I had like Tom Brokaw. Thought that'd be interesting. Tom Brokaw was shown on TV.
Why would you choose
That would
Tom
be
Brokaw?
actually sick.
Yeah, wouldn't that be sick?
Tom Brokaw at anything would be
Yes, thank you. I had Bill Murray call back. He's in my player box.
Jimmy Hoffa. Where you been?
Stevie Wonder, I think would be interesting. Like when does he know how to applaud? Yeah, right, exactly.
Shit.
People be watching him the whole time.
Yeah.
I guess fewer eyes on me. But still, that's interesting.
How deep did that draft that's not happening go for you?
roughly a dozen names.
Keep reeling them off.
Hugh Jackman's in my box. Jeff Bridges is in my player box.
Okay.
But
go ahead, use the reasons that you were going to use. Do the reasons.
The artist, your friend Nelly. From St. Louis. All the Lunatics could be there too. He's one of my favorite artists.
Think the Lunatics are Eskimo brothers?
Probably. Yeah.
And
I don't know.
Pro tennis player in this fantasy?
I'm a pro tennis player, yeah. Tom Hanks is in there. We have the same birthday, which is?
July 9th.
Yeah. Nice. Your confidence was like 7 out of 10 there.
Well, I was thinking about something else.
Oh, okay. Selena Gomez, I don't really know her work.
She's in the box, though.
Is she going to be doing what she was cheering for on Twitter the other day? She showed up at a soccer game and was yelling, "I'm single."
You got it. Yep.
So that you want her to do that at the Wimbledon for you?
Sure. Lionel Messi's in my box because, game recognized game. You want to have a superstar in there.
A good guy.
Yeah, and I like him. Okay.
Not taking any of that guillotine money.
Morgan Freeman's in my box.
If this was your box, they would not show the match.
I know, but it's a cool box. Is it not?
It is.
All right, that's my player box. Now,
Dolph Shays in my box.
Oh, good.
At an NBA Finals game.
That's good.
ChatGPT was asked to create a list of the all-time greatest players in NBA history, and Dolph Shays was in the top 10.
Really?
Yep. And the rest of it looked pretty reasonable.
Oh, JJ, you're against automation? Me too. But on this one, I agree. Okay, let's start the draft.
All right, who drew the first pick?
I did.
Okay, snake style.
Congrats, Chris.
Reed, myself, and then...
Okay, I got to pull up my big board here.
How'd you know I was fourth?
Huge big board. Huge big board. Number 1 pick in the...
Still don't understand the draft.
Best fan draft.
I do think you're at this point being intentionally what's the word, obtuse. Are you?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, okay. Good.
It was good. Many hours ago where I was like, no, that's not really it.
I feel like that was his way of saying I didn't look at this shit till 11 a.m.
Although, may I?
Yeah, you may.
And that was good content right there. I agree. Morgan Freeman in your box would be fire.
Thank you. I think you texted me, yeah, I'm with you. Box or courtside section sounds fun. So
but I was thinking comprised of actually the best fans ever.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking at the end of the draft you'd be like, and if I could have my fans, I would choose Morgan Freeman. I was like, yeah, feel free to add on.
Yeah.
I won't play the minute voice note where I explain the Wimbledon player box thing.
Okay. You can play it.
No, it's
just not.
I don't know what I might have said some other.
This might be a better draft too.
Yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
I'm sure. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Strahinja Jokic. Okay, it's the whole reason I was thinking about this draft. If you'll remember when I texted everybody about the draft and the concept of the draft last week, it was, hey, these guys are electric. At the game, who are some of the best fans ever to sit by a basketball game or a football game? These guys are imposing as shit. Obviously, they mix it up. This guy's 6'9", probably 3 bills. Would you say 330?
But a good-looking 330.
He only gets one of them, not both of them.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said Strahinja.
Yeah, come on.
Because the other guy's only 6'6". There was a moment.
Not as many tattoos.
Yeah, I was like, I wonder if that guy could just take me. And I Googled the specs, and I was like, yeah. He might clear out the whole studio.
Yeah.
Strahinja.
After they won the Western Conference Finals, he picked Michael Malone up into the air as he was walking off the court.
Like a baby.
Yeah.
Do you say Mike or Michael?
I say Michael.
Yeah, Michael. He doesn't like Mike.
He's my 101, dude.
Nice
1, 2. I'm going Kevin Durant's mother.
Oh, that's good.
Great pick.
He
real MVP.
Got into it with PJ Tucker, so I would love to have Wanda Durant court side to be able to chirp back on my behalf.
Good pick.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
All right. I'm going to go with Fan Man. Fan Man, otherwise known as James Miller, what used to parachute in with a fan on his back to popular sporting events.
Oh, yeah, I remember this guy.
Famously interrupted the Bo Holyfield 2 fight.
That'd be Riddick Bowe.
Fan man. Yeah, he had a red suit.
Mm-hmm.
How did he do that? That fight was obviously outside. Yeah.
I think he got up on the rafters and
no
all the way
way
up at the top, and then
Chris.
So it's an indoor fight.
Chris.
Yeah.
Riddick Bowe's pregnant wife fainted from the sound of popping lights. She thought they were gunshots. Had to be taken away in an ambulance because of Fan Man.
Off the field issues for Fan Man?
a little bit.
With the fourth pick, I'll take the one cat who started running around the bases with Hank Aaron. And with the fifth pick, I'll take the other cat who started running around the bases with Hank Aaron. Iconic.
That's good.
Can you imagine that happening today? It wouldn't happen.
No.
You know, the three of those guys hooked up later in life, not an Eskimo situation, but like everybody got back together and everybody was doing well. They checked up on one another. What an iconic trot around the bases.
Yeah.
Hank was probably like, it's kind of like my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like 40 years from now, there's going to be a podcast, people talking about YouTube.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to give those guys shine.
Yeah.
Okay, my pick. I saw this fan in the crowd at the Heat game in Game 4. Might look familiar to you here with the lovely heart-shaped outfit here.
It is.
And that would be a Bella Danger.
It is a Bella Danger. I knew it. Who's she rooting for?
Oh, big Miami fan for Bella.
Really?
Yep. Die Hard.
Interesting.
Who's a Bella Danger?
A Bella Danger is an adult film actress. And she is, I'd say, is she elite? She's elite.
She's elite. She could box out most of those guards in the NBA.
She could. But I just think she's good at what she does, and she likes basketball.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just spotted her relatively quickly there earlier.
Yeah.
like finding Waldo.
Oh, that was the split second where you saw somebody on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Where's Waldo? Oh, number 1 overall pick for me in my I'm Him draft. You may remember.
Oh, yeah, Waldo. That was a draft that you got really good reviews for.
I didn't.
Well,
I try not to read the feedback because of all of the memes.
I don't either because they're all wrong.
Yeah.
You know, who's to say we lost the draft?
Right.
I won every draft I've ever,
They said
like
we
my
lost
kid's
the draft.
baseball team.
Waldo, though.
He thinks he wins every game.
That's because they don't keep score.
No, I know.
The coach tells them they win. I don't think people understood the Waldo thing or appreciated it enough.
We did. No, we got it.
My second pick, I am going to roll with Charles Barkley because you saw him get very animated when UVA beat Auburn in the
true.
national semifinal.
That's a great pick, Cowboy.
But also get very excited when Villanova won the national championship on the buzzer beater.
Well,
so I'm going to ensure that he put enough money on me or my team to be enthusiastic.
That's really good. It's a great pick.
Good pick, Cowboy.
Okay. Is it me?
Yep.
Okay.
Chris Long.
I'll take KC Wolf. Okay. Like you need a little muscle. You need somebody who's a little sketchy in your section. And I think he's probably the most unique sports fan in history when it comes to find me another bank robber that was.
And
that
you need
famous.
some money.
It's the most 2023 story ever.
Yep.
Yeah. Documentary waiting to be made.
No, it's like the shit that's happening these days. It's just to feed the entertainment industry. Like this he's a plant or something. This story is too fucking perfect.
The other Jokic brother's there for you at 9.
Yeah, I'm not going to take him, but I like what you did with the Aaron runners.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll take Jack Nicholson. It's good value at 3.
Great pick.
Somebody was going to take him.
Yep.
I don't know how he's doing
Kind of just sits there.
these days, but man, he is like synonymous with courtside fan. It's him and Spike Lee.
Yep.
Put him on your big board.
He's on it.
Okay.
A month ago, it was Nicholson's first public appearance in maybe 2 years, and he looked pretty good.
Now here's what we're gonna have to do. The first night Jack gets in town, we're gonna have to sit down with Stratonjic and Jack are gonna have to sit down and squash it because they kind of got into it during the playoffs.
Yep.
You know, Jokic was showing his big old ass a little bit, and Jack was like, who the fuck is this guy talking to me? Had no idea who he was, I don't think. Maybe he did. But they got to squash that beef so we can play together.
My third pick, I'm going Carmelo Anthony. At D-Wade's final game, Carmelo ball bounced his way, and he took a step on the court and did a little pump fake. So I need a fan that is going to bring a little levity.
That was fun.
A bit of energy.
That was fun. You're going to have to explain that on the board that when you post to social.
Yeah, true.
People are going to be like, oh, you didn't know, Reed. He's a player. You know who Jack probably thought that Strahinjic was? He probably thought he was the guy in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. He probably thought he was back at on the boat with Chief is what he called him, I think. The big guy.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he probably thought he was the giant.
I'm going to take John Gotti's grandkids. I don't know if you guys saw this exhibition fight between John Gotti III and Floyd Mayweather. John Gotti III got disqualified, a brawl ensued, and today, allegedly, John Gotti's grandkids are threatening Floyd Mayweather and his family.
No way.
Allegedly.
Wow, dude. How much security can you have? One time I was in Hawaii, and I was stumbling back to my hotel, and fucking 5 SUVs full of big dudes rolled through, almost hit me with their cars. I haven't gotten to the lawsuit part of this, but it was Floyd Mayweather and his entourage. And I'm thinking to myself, like, you probably need 25 of those SUVs now. You know? The Gottis, they don't play. Anyways, he's not going to fight you.
Nah.
We're just going to give them all the grandkids?
No, yeah, take them all.
All right.
I mean, it's the Gottis. It was like 40 years ago.
Okay. And ask the kids, how you doing? What's it like being a Gotti kid?
Right.
All right, I'm going to take Oral Roberts. Okay? Settle in. In 1987, during a fundraising drive, Oral Roberts announced to a television audience that unless he raised $8 million by March, God would, quote, call him home, end quote. However, the year before on Easter, he told a gathering at the Dallas Convention Center that God had instructed him to raise the money, quote, by the end of the year, or he would die. Regardless of this new March deadline and the fact that he was still $4.5 million short of his goal, some were fearful that he was referring to suicide, given the impassioned pleas and tears that accompanied his statement. Late in March 1987, while Roberts was fasting and praying in his prayer tower, Florida dog track owner Jerry Collins donated $1.3 million. Highly worried from what he perceived as Roberts threatening to starve himself, Collins said, quote, I did it in order to save the guy from going to heaven in a hurry. It's got nothing to do with religion. I've been a Baptist and a Methodist. I believe in religion and not just the church. You have to help one another. Altogether, Roberts raised a total of $9.1 million. Now, Oral Roberts here, he once claimed to have had a vision from a 900-foot-tall Jesus who told him to build City of Faith Medical and Research Center. Can you believe that? Time reported once that his son, Richard Roberts, claimed he had seen his father, Oral, raise a child from the dead.
Wait, Oral's son is named Dick?
Yeah.
Huh. No, that's the lead. That's the whole lead here. I'm sorry. Oral Roberts sounds like a red phone guy. 900-foot Jesus.
Big fan of God, money, creates a school. Oral Roberts making runs in the NCAA tournament, into the College World Series, all because of this guy, Oral Roberts, and his hustle and his thirst. This Oral Roberts. Next up, Paulina Gretzky. Now, she supports this Dustin Johnson. He's a golfer. She's out there every weekend. And daughter of Wayne Gretzky, the great one. Matt's up.
That's it? Okay.
All right, I'm going to take Megan Rapinoe, wife of Sue Bird. If Megan Rapinoe is your fan, she will say that you had perhaps the greatest career of any athlete ever.
What do you mean, wife of Sue Bird?
Whoa.
Sue Bird's wife? Her fiance?
Yikes.
Whoa.
No, she's just Megan Rapinoe.
And that's
Doesn't
my
need
pick.
Sue Bird
Megan
to be
Rapinoe,
famous.
noted
Okay, so-
WNBA fan.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Big yikes.
You want me to pick again?
If you be,
I'll back it up. Let's back
that's
that
the
up.
police coming to get you.
All right.
I think your team's on the floor. Your pick's in.
No. I'm taking Jim Redmond. Do you guys remember?
You just deleted Megan Rapinoe.
What? Was she not good enough? Is that good enough for you, Matt?
I'll stick with Megan Rapinoe. I think she's a great
You
fan.
should.
Okay.
We're just kidding on you.
Yeah. Because you're not supposed to say like wife of. Like if you were like Megan Long, wife of Chris Long, it's like faux pas player. But
Yeah,
it
my
might be
bad.
okay because they're both ladies.
We were just being
That's the joke.
hysterical. That's
Yeah.
all it was.
Yeah, we were just fucking cutting it up in class, making people in the car laugh. All right.
All right, Reed, you're up.
I want as my next pick. I'm gonna go Barrel Man. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
30
The man.
years in a barrel with
Unreal.
All those elements up there. The altitude, the whole thing. No clothes, just a barrel.
And when I was growing up, I was like,
Naked, but yeah.
yeah. I was growing up. I was like, man, the Broncos. We don't have much. I was a little too young to remember the Super Bowls, but every time I'd see Barrel Man, I'd say we have something.
We have barrel.
Tim
man.
McKernan,
Yep.
the
Good
man.
pick. That's a great pick.
That's your best pick.
Oh, I'm up. Oh,
sir.
Boltman.
Oh, nice.
Boltman. Testified in front of city council. Was actually on the field. He's the only mascot that really was a fan. He wasn't even getting paid. And in fact, he sued the Chargers because he was like, hey, I was supposed to be getting paid. It's kind of like the guy that helps you with your bag in a foreign country. It's like, hey, I'm just helping you with your bag, man. Or, the guy that gives you directions in a foreign country. Oh, he kind of follows you, tells you where. And then they're like, that'll be $10. I didn't know this was a transaction. That's what the Chargers are saying. Now, Boltman is saying, hey, I was rendering a service and you guys didn't pay me. Neither here nor there. He's one of the best fans in NFL history. Got him in the 4th round.
Nice pick.
Yeah.
Good job, Chris.
Get to
Thanks,
go again.
Macon. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see who it is. Who's going to be the fifth pick here? Man, this might be a reach. I'll take Rob Lowe. He wants everybody to win. He'd be great in my luxury box. Keep the vibes up. No matter who you're rooting for, you can sit with Rob Lowe.
He's gotten a lot of mileage out of that hat.
Yeah, he has. Born in Virginia,
Yeah.
Charlottesville,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, then he said, I'm
Eagles on.
blowing this popsicle stand. He's never been back. He doesn't run through McIntyre Park like Dave Matthews.
I am or am not eligible.
You are eligible.
You're eligible. You can
Picking
draft.
yourself would be an interesting move.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, yeah.
I'm gonna go.
That's the second time I've done that, Cowboy. I'm so sorry.
All good.
I'm so sorry, but I just wanted to say on the official Virginia baseball account of the Saturday win, the 4th photo, I'm featured more or less.
Yeah, but have you been on a Sports Illustrated cover as a fan of Virginia sports?
Nah. I was.
Me, Heath. We weren't even like named. We were just way in the background.
It was really cool.
It was cool.
It was very cool.
Hey, you interrupting him, you're like the Taco Bell commercial with Jokic getting drafted. Did you know there was a Taco Bell commercial on when Jokic
yeah,
got drafted?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Oh, imagine that.
You interrupting me, interrupting Reed. You're kind of like the Taco Bell commercial. Jokic.
You got more? You got more on this?
No, but if you go, you can see. I
You're
might
making
even pull it
more
up.
of a case for me to pick you, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah. I'll show Chris the picture. You can see me clear as day. All right, go ahead.
Not enough to sway me. I'm going to Stefan Schauffele. He's Xander Schauffele's father. He was a former decathlete that was going to the
Not anymore.
going to the Olympics. His son won the Olympic gold medal. He went viral for his hair, great ponytail, and he's walking around smoking a cigar and just being a boisterous, gregarious fan.
Okay. Matt is looking up somebody else.
Oh, I just wanted you guys to be able to see this picture. I'm going to pick Jim Redmond. I don't know if you guys remember in the 1992
what a pick.
Olympics. His son, I believe his name was Derek.
Whatever.
Was injured, and the dad popped down and helped him across the finish line.
Man, that's a good pick. Who's going to say, man, he lost the draft on that pick? Nobody. Now, Megan Rapinoe.
Hey, you see this? Virginia wins the game. They say we'll see you tomorrow at noon, right?
Yeah.
You want to scroll to the fourth picture?
Uh-huh.
Bam, there's your boy.
That's you.
That's right there.
Look at you.
That's right in the middle.
That's you.
Orange and blue. All right. Okay. Hey, Bill Murray, he's a big Cubs fan, right?
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
I'm taking Bill Murray. He seems take me out to the ball game at Wrigley, and he cares. And then you'll find him supporting his son, who I believe is a college hoops assistant coach at various spots. I think Xavier was a stop
right.
for that guy.
Yep.
And he was there. He was there often. Bill Murray, big sports fan. Another big sports fan. Hey, you love college sports. I love you. Ashley Judd, Kentucky hoops. She's a super fan. Not quite the reaction I was after.
Welcome to our world.
Ashley Judd is the pick.
All right, I'm going to make a pick, and you guys tell me if it's allowed or not. You can veto it. The You Can Do It guy from The Waterboy.
Rob Schneider.
Yeah, well...
Fan.
I like it.
So is the guy in Major League. Now this opens up a whole nother portal.
I was saving it till the back half.
Back half?
You can veto it.
Jesus Christ.
No, you know what? Fuck it. We'll let you live.
All right, and I'm going in similar fashion as the previous pick. I'm going to go Kate Upton. She's fiery. She'll mix it up with other fans, supportive. Kate Upton on my squad.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah, okay. I see where you're going, Matt. I'll go Randy Quaid as Johnny in Major League. Yeah, that came crumbling down on you.
Good pick.
Thank you.
Love it.
And your second pick.
Oh, my second pick. My second pick?
Your second pick.
Yeah. I'll go Morgana the Kissing Bandit. If you guys are familiar with Morgana, she was a talented young lady, lived in the Houston metro area, I believe, and she would run onto the baseball field and kiss the players. Now, you can't imagine that happening in today's game because that chick would probably get tackled form tackled by a security guard in a yellow jacket, but back in the day, they just let her run around kissing people. It was like entertainment. She kissed Nolan Ryan, kissed Pete Rose, kissed Johnny Bench. Are these guys Eskimo brothers? George Brett twice. Came back for seconds with George Brett. Steve Garvey, Len Baker, and Cal Ripken Jr. She even crashed an NBA game and got Kareem. And I think she needed like an easy lift. But wouldn't it be something if she like...
You say she got creamed?
Kareem.
Got it.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be something if she gave Cal Ripken like mono or something and broke his streak?
Yeah.
You know? Something like that. So Morgana, deep in the draft, she's a diamond in the rough.
Word. I'm gonna go
Not the reaction
Eugene.
I was looking for. I'm gonna just start saying that every time I talk.
Eugene Morose.
Uh-huh.
He's the originator of the beer snake, 1969
Okay, that's
in
pretty good.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Nice.
He started with his two sons, and
That's good. That is a really good pick.
that's who I want.
They were 10 and 12 years old at the time.
Oh, nice.
No, just kidding.
Nice. Well, yeah.
All right, I'm going to take Kathy Lee, the wrestling mom that broke her glasses after her son, Spencer Lee, lost.
Yeah.
I respect her passion.
Yeah. She's a deal with LensCraft. You know?
Lynn's Crafters.
Whatever.
All right. So you know how there have been a couple fictional selections here?
Uh-huh.
Listen to this. Mm-hmm. Guy's got one day where he can do whatever he wants. Takes in a ball game. All right, I like that. And he's associated with one article of clothing. It's a Gordie Howe hockey jersey. My pick is Cameron Fry, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Please clap. Thank you. Thank you. Next pick, because we're still doing this. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll stay fictional. Elaine Bennett.
No, fuck you.
Didn't take off her Orioles ball cap.
Oh, that was my next pick.
She was in Steinbrenner's box. You're not a Seinfeld guy.
I'm
That's
not.
an incredible pick.
I know who
Macon.
Elaine
It's
is,
really
but I
good.
can't laugh
you,
at the thing that I didn't see.
From
gets-
Baltimore, wearing an Orioles hat.
Yeah.
In Steinbrenner's box, refuses to take off the Orioles hat. Yeah.
Almost gets George fired, I believe.
That's right.
Good show. It's a good bit. That's a good bit. People should do that more often.
Yeah.
Keep their hat on.
Regis jumped into the dock to correct the spelling of Eugene Morose,
That's why I look forward to
which
the
I
question mark.
appreciated.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
appreciated. Round 11.
All right, I'm gonna take
Is it?
Brazilian poker fans. I know you guys aren't poker people, but at the World Series of Poker, the Brazilians bring the party, they bring the women, and they bring the noise.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Just in general. You can only draft one of them, though.
Yeah, seriously.
We
Brazilian
draw
poker
the line at
fan?
the gaudy grandchildren.
Okay, if I can't pick an entire fandom group, I'm gonna pick Fortune from the movie Rudy.
Okay.
If you remember,
I love how the draft turned to a fictional fan draft. Halfway through.
do you remember this guy who
Yep.
claps for him at the
Yep.
end as he makes the play? Fucking love Fortune.
Iconic GIF. How many more rounds we going?
We have 2 more picks. Reed, then you,
Two
and
more
we're done.
picks. Okay.
I'm gonna go. This one's. I
Where's my
could
last
go.
pick coming up?
Yep.
Should I go fictional or a legit person? Well, actually, this person is based on a real life person. I'm going Bill Swirsky, Chicago
Yes.
Bears superfan from SNL.
The
Yeah.
Bears.
Yeah.
Very good. That's a very good pick.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know who said please clap?
I do. It's Jeb Bush.
Jeb Bush. That's right.
So can we go 2 more?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, let's go
Hell
2
yeah.
more.
Okay.
fuck's sake.
Then I'm going to take Bartman. Okay? Because I love Bartman, dude. I just, something about him. He needs a hug. I'll give him a hug, man. Love the guy. Would love Bartman to sit in the box with all these great people. And I'll tell Jokic, like, anybody fucks with him, you just beat him up. Okay? So, yeah, I like Bartman.
That'd be a great, I feel like, buddy cop movie.
Yeah.
Jokic,
Bartman
yeah.
and Stranger.
You're up.
Oh, I'm up.
Yeah.
So I do have 2. Okay. The 2 girls that said we sucked your dick in high school at a Bruins game. I love that. I love that these gals had. Well, to be fair, he said Reed's gonna pick and then you're gonna pick and we're done.
Okay. But
took
then you
that
said
literally.
can we get 2 more?
Yeah.
And then he said, yeah, sure.
Okay.
And then
cool.
you made
It's a snake draft. Got
Yeah.
it. Yeah, snake drafts. Okay. So these gals ran down to they had seats down there, I guess. Right on the boards, and they had a sign that said, "Hey, Tyler, number 19, we sucked your weenus in high school. Do you remember us?" And that's amazing.
that is.
You know, wonder if it's true. Do you think it's true?
Yeah. How could you make that
They're
up?
just
The
getting
player
along
was
now?
acknowledged. He was like smiling, and I think there's a picture of him like pointing.
And they're legitimately Eskimo
Yeah.
sisters because it's cold and it's cold in the arena, and they're on the ice and they're Eskimo sisters.
My final pick is Peyton Manning. You see him all over Monday night, the Manning cast. He just wants a good game. He wants everybody, similar to Rob Lowe,
Yes,
but you also saw him cheering on Eli Manning, getting animated.
Peyton Manning.
Yep, he's on the squad.
If I had the next pick, I'd take Harvey Updike.
Okay, you're such a motherfucker, aren't you? Because Matt just flashed it up. He's going to win the draft with a Harvey Updike pick.
No, he's not going to take it. He has somebody else. Now he's
Don't be
confused.
that-
We're in
You're
his
gonna-
head. We're in
You're
his
gonna
head.
You're gonna give him Harvey Updike.
Now he doesn't know who's
I was
fucking
trying
with
to
him.
make sure I knew how to
Everybody
spell his
online is
name.
gonna be like, "Oh, Macon, great draft, Harvey Updike in the 10th."
Oh, come on. Why you got to hate on me?
Oh, because it's not your pick. And you'll do this from time to time. You'll straight face take somebody's stuff.
Be smart, funny, entertaining.
Stuff taker.
I would argue that Harvey
pick
Updike
himself.
shouldn't be counted because he broke the law.
Yeah.
As a fan, that's the only reason.
I agree with you, Reed. He killed a tree, and I'm
right.
not cool with that, so I'm not going to take him. I'm going to take. Oh God, I'm so close between these two guys.
That's what she said.
All right. I'm taking Denzel Washington. I wanted to take Shannon Sharp a little bit because he threatened violence against T. Morant and stood up to Steven Adams. But Denzel Washington is the most underrated NBA fan of all time. He's at all the Lakers games. Everybody talks about Jack Nicholson. Denzel has next.
Sick. Harvey Updike.
Fuck you, God.
Awesome.
He's just such a
Awesome. What a feeling to win a draft with the final
I don't think
pick.
it should count. It shouldn't count. He literally broke the law.
Well, I don't think it should count because it's Matt's pick.
Hey.
Right.
He's
Was
reading
he on
Matt's
your big board?
I'm not
No,
too
what
worried.
knows?
His first two picks were guy with Hank Aaron 1 and guy with Hank Aaron 2.
I know, but I
think
just
we're
can't
good.
stomach him getting credit for your stuff.
And that's why he's taking it.
Bro, he had the ability to take Harvey Updike
he
and
did.
pass.
Yeah, you're right.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's not a great
got
pick.
two eyes up here. I didn't fucking what the fuck, you know?
If you didn't take Harvey Updike, who would you take?
Putty.
We're the Devils.
The guy was support the team.
I want to honorable mention the Georgia Bulldogs fan, Mike Big Dog Woods, the guy who was covered in
white.
white.
Yeah.
And
Good pick.
looked like cocaine because he was so excited.
Yeah.
Jen Sturger,
Yep.
AJ McCarron's girlfriend, and then Steph Curry lady from Game 2 of the Finals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We drafted Barrelman. We did not draft Fireman Ed. Shout out Fireman Ed.
It's a little played out.
Spike Lee.
And
Malice at the Palace participants.
see? That's good.
Okay. Hope everybody has a great day, and we'll be back later in the week.
Y'all take care.
Listen to the full podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and other podcast streaming platforms. Wherever you want to get the podcast, you can get the podcast. Pretty simple. New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Podcasts get pretty wild. This is real tame.